Monte,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
When Freak puts it all.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
Every Friday morning. I'm going to clarify that.
We recap the final rounds of the My Park Championship. Award the winner of the top play of the year. And of course, give you a chance at some BC and 2K TV Interactive.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, in comparison to where they were record-wise at this point last season, it seems they're trying to make up that ground. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Take a look at the Bulls. Still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer, Steve, to where they were a season ago. And a long time in the making for one tremendous young athlete. We'll get a look tonight at the first ever NBA start from Freak.
You know, and he had to prove to his coach and teammates that he was deserving of this spot in the starting lineup. So him being able to do it, now he's got to go out and prove that he's here to stay.
And, you know, to have been anointed a starter, I think he'll be determined to show that they made the right decision.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward position.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Rose. Freak dishes to Hill. And Gibson sends it back. In transition, here come the Bulls. Rose with the ball. That is good.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
For them to be successful, Kevin, he said they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees every time the ball gets in the post. If they don't collapse on their post threats, he knows they're in for a long game. Guys?
All right, Doris. Here's Rose. Following the score by Indiana. And stolen by Scott. Goes up. And Freak throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
It's Hill on the wing. From outside the arc. No good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
I think everyone who saw that game would just have to agree was about what they could do defensively in terms of winning.
And I thought the activity was tremendous, all over the court defensively. And that kind of hustle is going to pay off for you, and it also is going to keep your coach happy.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Scott. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Chicago trailing here. Rose with the ball. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Butler goes in, outside Rose. 6 on the shot clock. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Pacers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Ellis, that's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Butler. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Nuggets in Denver. Rose passes to Gasol. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Indiana leading by 4. Hill a screen on Rose. Ring shot on the way. Again, Indiana.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Gibson the screen. Rose kicks to Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Pacers have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Freak. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
That drops.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Indiana calls timeout. Here we go, Pacers fans. Now,
So an entirely new group in there. Indiana leading. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Chicago right now, Portis is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. Scott, good.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Brooks. All alone. And it's Miles with the rebound.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Now here's Freak. Brooks covering. Freak dishes to Mahinmi. And it's good off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Pacer lead.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Here's Temple. And it's off from three-point range. Hill passes to Miles. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Miles has got 5 now.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Brooks outside. Gibson the screen. To the left wing. 5 on the clock. That shot wide open. Now here's Freak. He had 25 points in the win against Washington.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Wizards really lit it up on the floor. He ended with 25 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another